back to March's pickups. This is when the pickup season really starts to get off, so I'm gonna hop into it. This month is the preliminary month is what I'll call it. This is when it starts to get a little bit better, and then the upcoming months is just gonna skyrocket because of all the yard sales guaranteed. But I'm going to start off with a couple videos. So this first one is some window stickers I got from a thrift store that's kind of far away. I don't really go to it very often, but they have a weird pricing system where they do stickers and they make the stickers certain prices. It's kind of annoying, but I mean, it's fine. They're window stickers of Power Rangers, as you can see. They're from 1994. I thought they were pretty sweet, so I got those. They were $1. Next up, I have these comic books. They're Walking Dead, which, I mean, I know it's incredibly popular, and I'm gonna get a lot of smack for saying this, but I don't really like The Walking Dead that much. But these comics were 50 cents a piece. They're from the store that sells DVDs, CDs, and games for $5 for $1. One of my favorite stores. So, I mean, I can't really pass on that. I don't know anything about them, but again, it's 1 through 5, so it's pretty good anyway. I just picked them up. Why not, right? And then the last thing is this little Portal 2 kit thing here. I found this at a thrift store that I almost never go to, but when I do go, I find some stuff that's pretty good. This one is like it's from Think Geek, so it's one of those like kinda things, but it's basically the GLaDOS when she gets reduced to a potato. You hook this up to a potato, which I'm never gonna do, I'm just gonna keep it in the box, and you have your own GLaDOS, I guess. So those are the videos from things that I got that are a little bit too big for this camera, so I needed to sort of, you know, put it somewhere else where you'd be able to see all of it. So I did that real quick. I'm going to first show the things that I don't have videos of, aside from one thing that I'll show last because it's on the bottom of the stack for some reason. But I went to a thrift store that's kind of far away from me, and I found this Stone Keep. I think this is a demo, yeah, an interactive preview. It's still sealed, which isn't really that big of a deal, but it's by Interplay, which is one of my favorite companies of all time, of course. And Stone Keep's an amazing game, so I had to pick that up just because it was Stone Keep. I thought that game was amazing. Next up, I got this PSP game. It is EA Replay. The thrift store I got this from was the same one that I got the Power Rangers things from, but they've had this game in particular for years. Literally years. I'd been going to this thrift store for about 3 or 4 years, and they've had this game here the entire time. They had it in a case, and they said it was factory sealed, but it was pretty obvious that it was just a reseal. And then wanted like $30 for it, and that was completely ridiculous. And then they changed their pricing recently, so I asked them if they would take anything less, because they made all video games that weren't in weird cases $3. So they said they would take 10, and then I left it for that because I wasn't going to pay $10 for this. And then I came back another time, and they recognized me and said, we'd sell this to you for, I think it was 4, and I said, I'll do that. I think they said 5, and I said 3, and then we settled on 4, if I remember right. But EA Replay, great game. Road Rash, Mutant League Football, some other stuff on it that's really good. Then, at the thrift store that's right next door to that one, is it's a Habitat for Humanity. I go there every once in a while. They have dollar games. It was Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, which everybody should know, and Tony Hawk's Underground. They were both there, both $1, both complete. I mean, obviously I have both of them, but I mean, how can you go wrong? They're really good console bundlers, is basically why I pick up these sort of games. Of course I have them, but if I'm going to sell a PlayStation 2, it's really nice to have games that people remember from that time. A couple more that I don't have videos of. First one, I got this and another one at a thrift store that was, it's about 40 minutes away. It's across from a Goodwill, and I got a lot of stuff at the Goodwill because I've only been to that Goodwill like 2 times. and both times I've been there I've gotten some pretty good stuff. But I only got this game, which is Beyblade V-Force Super Tournament Battle complete. I got it because I think this is... it says only for GameCube, but I mean there's a lot of things that get re-released, but I don't think this has ever been re-released, which is why I picked it up. I don't have memories of Beyblade whatsoever. I never had them as a kid, so I mean, it's something. I think that was like $3, and then at the same thrift store at the same time there was Pokemon Coliseum sitting there, which they had a nice $6.99 sticker on, so you know I had to do it. You know I had to do it to him. But this game has been haunting me because it had to have been 6 months ago, at least, almost a year ago actually. I found the case in the manual for this game, but it did not have the game in it, which I was upset about because I really wanted to play this game because Pokemon XD is one of my favorite games of all time. Oop, I'm messing with a little receipt here I'll show later on. But I had the case in the manual, but I never had the game. It wasn't in there. So, fortunately this one had it in there, and it was only $7. That's a pretty good deal for Pokemon Coliseum. So I'm pretty content with that one. And this is why I had that receipt. There's a Toys R Us near me that unfortunately is going out of business, which is, it's just, they all are. It's not fun, it's not something you want to see, but I got a couple Wii U games. I got Runbow, which was one that I was actually actively looking for. This was their last copy, believe it or not, which is why it has that little bit of damage there. I still picked it up. These are still sealed, but I want to open this one because this is a game that I want to play. They're both by Nighthawk, which is a decent company. And then the other one is Tumblestone. I got this one because, well, it was cheap. I'll show you the receipt right here. This is what I had it for. They were $3.59 each, so they were $7.66 total after tax for both of them. So I figured, you know, I may as well. I wanted this game, and this game was cheap enough to get. Why not, right? And then this is where the videos will start. It starts with not the greatest bunch of games, but, you know, it's something. So the games you'll see in the video are this Pitfall game on front, and then it's 2 Call of Duty games on the PlayStation 3, which, I mean, you know, they're not great. But then there's SpongeBob Lights Camera, I think it's Pants or something like that. Let me see. Yeah, Lights Camera Pants. It's in another Blockbuster case. I mean, these games aren't spectacular. This was the 5 for $1 thrift store, though. And then the 5th game I got was just right here, this Wii Fit Plus. I always pick up Wii Fit Pluses because I can sell them with the boards and then a Wii, and you get pretty good money for that. You get more than you would for just a regular Wii and a Wii Fit board. It makes it... it's a bundle, I guess you could say. Here I just have a picture, but I'll throw the picture up of the listing while I go through these random PC games that came with it. It was completely free. There's Tropico Paradise Island, some Star Wars games, a bunch of Star Wars games. But this is the picture right here, and it was a Facebook listing. They said they had a bunch of games for free, and in that picture you can see Grand Theft Auto 5, which was the main thing that drew me to it. But if you look at the text, there's a game there that I was like confused about, and I wasn't sure if they meant it, but I went to their house and I picked up the games from their mailbox. I'll start to show them now. There was I just put them in jewel cases, but there was Madden, which is FIFA, which I adore, and NHL, which I also adore. And then the PC games came with it as well. I just wanted to show them first so I could get them out of the way. Grand Theft Auto 5, which I think is disc and case only. Yeah. But that's not that big of a deal, because it's still Grand Theft Auto 5. And then Black Ops 2. And if you were keen, you caught this game, which was actually there. I was not expecting it, but it was Sonic Adventure on the Dreamcast. I don't know why this person had this game, but, you know, Sonic Adventure on the Dreamcast for free. It is loose, but I'll take it. And then this one I have a complete video of. This is the Goodwill that I found, I went to twice, and both times I went there I got some pretty good stuff. This was actually the second time I went there, and I got this Yu Yu Hakusho Ghost Files Dark Tournament, which is a really slow-paced fighting game, but it's a ton of fun. I got it because I really like the show. Not a fantastic game for those who aren't fans of Yu Yu Hakusho, but you saw me there pull out Battle for Middle-earth 2, Lord of the Rings on the 360. That game still holds decent value. I think it's like $12 to $15, so I always pick it up whenever I see it, especially for $5. So those two from Goodwill, not bad. But the first stop I made at Goodwill was much better. So the first thing I saw at that Goodwill was this right here. The Legend of Zelda 4 Swords Adventures, right there. And then on the little pile on top of it was The Godfather Mob Wars for the PSP. Both of those for $5 each, not bad at all. They're both complete. Zelda, of course, is the breadwinner of the two, but I mean, it's a Zelda game, what do you expect? And then the second thing that I found there, that little batch, was that Buffy the Vampire Slayer Chaos Bleeds game. It's multi-plat, sure, but at the same time, it's a Buffy the Vampire Slayer game, which I actually really, really enjoy. I think it's a ton of fun. I would prefer to have it on the original Xbox, but the PS2 and the Xbox versions are basically equivalent in value, so I can just sell this one, and then if I want the Xbox one, I can buy it with the funds gained from that. Two more videos I have from the 5 for $1 store. I got this little stack here. I got the Pokemon To Be a Master music from the TV series. I got In Bruges on DVD, and then I got these two Inuyasha DVD collections. I'll go into them right here so you can see. It's part 5 and part 6. I've never actually seen Inuyasha, but I know that a lot of people really like it. I hear it's more catered for a female audience, but I mean, you know, it's an older show. It's probably something I'll enjoy if I watch it. The case is made out of like a really nice cardboard feel material. All the discs are here again, and they're in really nice shape, but those were 20 cents each as well, so I'm pretty happy about that. And then I'll go over this Pokemon CD really quickly, because it's kind of neat. It's a, first of all, it's an enhanced CD, so it has video on it, which is kind of cool as well. But it has the Pokemon theme, it has To Be a Master, it has Viridian City, What Kind of Pokemon Are You, My Best Friends, Everything Changes, The Time Has Come, which was Pikachu's Goodbye, the Pokemon Dance Mix, Double Trouble, which is Team Rocket's theme, Together Forever, Misty's Song, the Pokerap, and You Can Do It If You Really Try. There's some, as the kids would say, bangers on this. Whoa. But the disc also looks really nice. Like, take a peep at that. It's an excellent looking disc. It's also by Coke, which I'm pretty happy about because I think they're an excellent company. And it has the Nintendo seal on it. 1999 is when it came out. I think it was a 4Kids CD. Yeah, 4Kids. So that's kind of cool. And the last thing I have a video of right here is this Legend of Zelda strategy guide from Nintendo Power. I found this in the same thrift store that I found the Pokemon Coliseum and the Beyblade game from. I found this at a different time I went. It was I go to that one whenever I go to the Goodwill because they're like right next to each other. So here's what it looks like on the inside. It's excellent condition for its age. It's a really nice strategy guide. I got it for, they labeled it as a soft cover book, so I got it for 50 cents, which I'm pretty psyched about. Two more things. First thing is something I got at the Goodwill as well, but I didn't get it on camera. It is this Power Rangers Power Playback Classic Ranger Edition. It is the Black Ranger, and it was Black Ranger Adventure. It was $1.09 from Goodwill. It says $2.28. That's when they got it in. I got there on like the 3rd or something like that, and that's when I picked these up. So you can see exactly what it is. I like it. For $1.09, I will take it. And then, last couple things, I didn't get a video of them because the place was packed, but I got 2 books. First one is Chikyu Misaki, which is like, I mean, you look at it and it's like, ooh, you sure you should be buying that, but turns out it's actually kind of cool. I looked into it a little bit, and it's weird. It's definitely weird, but it's like this person befriends this like weird creature, and then they go about their life with this creature, and it's weird. But it's volume 1, so if I find volume 1, I tend to pick it up. Speaking of finding volume 1s, I found volume 1 of Othello a while ago. I didn't think anything of it because the show, well, the book in this case, looked kind of weird, but I love the art style of this. It's really, really unique. It's hard to explain without just seeing it, but the facial features are always so different. It's an excellent, excellent book, but basically it's the person with split personality, and they prefer one personality over the other, but they can't control it. That's book 2, I already have book 1. So that's what I found this month. That's a lie. There's gonna be a little cut here. Sorry about that. Okay, sorry about that. A couple more things that I don't have the video of, but I got recently was Dragon Age Origins on the 360. It is complete. I got this, and I got Fear for the 360 together at a thrift store in a church not far from me. So those two together, not bad. Then at the same thrift store that I got that Portal thing, I also got a copy of Wii Sports Resort. This was $6. It's more than I want to pay for it, honestly, but it's in really nice shape. Really good condition. So I'll easily be able to flip it for, twice that. 12 to 15 probably. And then they also had this, which was Minecraft Story Mode. It is still factory sealed. This is the Season Pass disc. This, I think, goes for like 20, roughly. I got it for 7 at the same store, which is pretty nice. So I will sell that, recoup my money. And then from the 5 for $1 store, I went again recently, and it was half price. And when it's half price, the place is swamped with people. So they had this Lego Universe here. This is a MMO. It's kind of funky, but I mean, whatever. I also got this Rapala Tournament Fishing. This was one of the single nastiest discs I've ever... Cases. The disc is fine, but the case was disgusting. It was like browning and just all this nastiness. But I got it because it was 10 cents. Then I got this Star Wars Trilogy bonus material. It's like making of the trilogy of Star Wars, which is kind of cool. I plan on watching it. One day when it's like really rainy or something, I'll watch it. And then I got this disc because I couldn't find a 5th from that store. So I got another copy of Pan's Labyrinth for 10 cents. I will give this to someone I know because, I mean, it's an amazing movie, and they saw it and really liked it too at my house, so I will give that to them. And then the last one from there was Dread on Blu-ray for 10 cents as well. Never saw this version. I don't know if that's been used, but if it hasn't, there you go. It is a remake of Judge Dredd, of course, I would assume. I mean, it might be completely different, or it might just be HD, who knows. It looks completely different, so I'm going to say it's a remake. Looks kind of neat. I'll watch it at some point. Then, to go with my Season 1 and Season 5, I have Dragon Ball Z Season 6. I found them at the same place at vastly different times, but all the discs are there in pretty nice shape. The box could be in better shape. It's a little bent and it's a little scuffed up, but not bad. And the final thing, this time for real, is a little audio-video cable for the Wii. I found this at the same place that I found last month's controller and nunchuck at, so I'm assuming it's from the same people. But that was 50 cents. Now we're done. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I sincerely hope you enjoyed. Next month I'm going to try to take videos in the actual store itself instead of just filming the actual things. I'll film myself looking through it a little bit. Hopefully that, pleases the masses a little bit. But thank you again for watching, and I will see you next month.